What's the farthest you went to prove a flat earther wrong? I had this friend Jake, who wasn't just a casual flat earther. He was the type to bring it up at every social gathering, post endless YouTube links in the group chat, and accuse anyone who disagreed of being a sheep. He was exhausting. One night after a few beers, Jake went off again. "There's zero real-world proof the earth is round," he said, waving his phone around like it was a holy text. Normally, I'd ignore it, but that night I'd had enough. So I told him, "Fine, give me 1 week and I'll show you undeniable proof. If you still believe the earth is flat after that, I'll never bring it up again." Jake smirked like he'd already won. Step 1 was figuring out how to do this in a way that wasn't just quoting NASA or textbooks, because he already dismissed all that as government propaganda. So I thought, what can I do myself that he can't argue away? After some late night Googling, I found the perfect idea: a high altitude weather balloon experiment. Basically, you attach a camera to a balloon, send it up into near space, and record the curvature of the earth, DIY style. I immediately roped in 2 friends who were engineers. They were way too excited about strapping a GOPRO to a balloon and sending it into the stratosphere. Within a week, we'd rigged together a setup with Jeeps tracking, insulation for the cold, and a parachute for the descent. When I told Jake the plan, he laughed. "You're wasting your money. All lenses distort images. I'll debunk it in 5 seconds. Then come with me," I said. "You'll see the raw footage live." He hesitated, but his ego wouldn't let him back down. Launch day. We drove out to this big empty field in the middle of nowhere. It was freezing, the wind was brutal, and Jake kept making jokes about how I was desperate to defend my cult. I just ignored him while my friends prepped the balloon. Finally, we let it go. This tiny speck carrying all our hopes just floated up into the sky until it vanished. Then came the waiting game. We tracked the GPS signal on a laptop as the balloon climbed higher and higher. At about 90,000 feet, the camera feed cut out. We piled into the car and started chasing the landing coordinates. 2 hours later, we found the payload in a cornfield. My heart was pounding as we opened it up and checked the footage. And there it was. At around 80,000 feet, the camera clearly showed the horizon curving. Not a fisheye lens effect. Not a trick of perspective. Just the unmistakable curve of the earth against the blackness of space. I looked at Jake. His face went pale. He replayed the footage over and over, zooming in, squinting, trying to find flaws. Finally, he put the camera down, stared me dead in the eyes, and said, "All right, fine. The earth is round, but only the top half. The bottom half is still flat."